Hello everyone, appreciate your time. It's Sunday morning, December the 5th. Thank you for tuning in. We have a great deal of progress being done right now for those who are looking for training courses on sales. You know, when you talk about salespeople right now, we're doing the holidays, and a lot of you are counting your eggs as far as the people that you have that's going to buy a car, buy different kinds of product. You are looking at that. But we have training courses going on, credit courses going on for those who are trying to buy a vehicle but maybe can't. Maybe you've talked to them, they've been declined so many times. I know you get the runaround. The owner tell you to drink the Kool-Aid in terms of run the credit, let's see what you qualify for. You know they don't qualify for anything because they don't have the money and they don't have the financing power. So courses will be done here. Also training courses for those who are new in the sales industry. We know it's evolving in terms of a lot of things that are going online. You got to get out of this old way of doing business, folks. So these courses will be taught by the motivator himself. And so right now it's under construction and it will be up and running very, very soon, folks. Weeks ahead. So I want to bring you in for a moment. And when I bring you in, I want you to think of your business improvement. I want you to think of your sales going through the roof. But I want you to think of being empowered for you and you alone versus going on the job and continuing to just do things the old way. You know, walking in on the job, thinking about what you're going to do, and then going from there. So under construction, underway, restrooms are being done, new toilets, things like that. You got the sign there from the motivator himself that's going to teach the courses here. So I want you to think of that, folks. Again, we're in December right now, but January will be here before you know it, and you'll continue to just think about income tax and all the things that you can sell. Yeah, that's great, but that's an old way of doing things. Again, things are going online, folks. Things are changing for you. Yeah, that owner would be all right, but the question is, will you be all right? You know, will you take care of your family, or will you just continue to go in to work each and every day and say to yourself, well, they'll take care of me? Will you continue to go to work each and every day and say to yourself, I'll wait and hope for someone to come in the door and buy something? What will your business look like? You know, that's the question that you need to ask. How can I gain more control over my time just versus just waiting on people to come in and make a sale? Now, for salespeople in business, maybe the managers, we also doing training courses for new salespeople. You're looking to sell things. Again, the business is evolving, folks, and we have to get out of the old way of doing things. Just like everything evolving. Medical practice is evolving. Sports is evolving in a sense that there were a time back again where you could take 12 to 15, maybe 20 people and go the whole length of the season. Win a championship with 10 or 15 people, but unfortunately, sports is evolving. The intelligence of the game is now more complex, competition, things like that. Well, the same go for sales, folks. Competition, people buying cars online, people even picking up cars online, people making deals online. So just sitting in a building, you right there have lost. Now, again, the owner won't tell you that. Maybe the manager won't if he or she is making a big salary. I'm not saying that they're doing it on purpose, but it is what it is, folks. You're perishing because of a lack of knowledge. So we decided to open up a place where you can come in and get some training when it comes to sales. Now, you might say to yourself, well, I know everything that I need to know. Well, we also focus on getting leads for customers, putting you in a position where you have people ready to buy, people who want to buy, versus just sitting outside a building, sitting outside a car lot, kicking rocks, hoping that that person come back. You know, we put you in a position where there are people who are not able to buy, and you can help them build up their financing power versus doing things the same way, folks. day after day, year after year. You know, they get declined, so you kick them out the door. You know, they get declined, and you know they can't buy, and the salesperson never call them back because we know they can't buy in the first place. So that's what this is all about. As you seen back there earlier, it's under construction. Credit classes coming up very, very soon, weeks ahead, folks. We're on the main highway right here, so we're easy to find. And again, just looking for serious folks out there who are ready to do business and win big for their family. That's right, win big for your family. How you do that? Well, you spend more time with them versus spend more time on that job. You spend more time with them versus just waiting on somebody to buy something. You know, maybe you're there 40 and 50 hours. And that's one thing I want to touch on too. If you're there for 50 plus hours, folks, you're really not making that much money. If you're there for 50 plus hours and you're making a little bit more, let's say if you're making 55 or 60 grand that year, but when you add it up and divide it into the number of hours that you're spending in, you better off, you know, getting a job. You know, yeah, maybe you can sell something and you have a little bit of control and leverage there, but really you don't if you're sacrificing too much time to where you can't spend with your family, you can't spend it with your friends and things like that, and kids. Maybe you want to give back more to the church. Not only you want to give money, but you want to give time. So this is what this is also all about, you know, maximizing your time. A lot of time you can do the same thing that you're doing on that job. You can do it on your own time if you gain the power and you gain the control. You do that by obtaining the knowledge, you know, understanding what that customer needs versus just trying to sell them something and get a quick commission and get a quick fix. You know, getting them a quick fix doesn't help them. And what I mean by that is this, you know, they get declined, so you sell them a cheaper car. Or you tell them, well, don't go to buy here, pay here. We have some banks that'll help you, so when you come back, they'll be better off. No, they won't be better off because they're just doing the same thing. Or you tell them this, trade that car in 6 or 7 months later on so you'll be better off. In other words, you try to find them something cheaper and something they don't like, and you tell them the BS nonsense riddle. Don't marry the car, just date it for a while. Blah, blah, blah. I know you've heard that also. Well, it's still not going to help them. Number one, if they're in a car that is upside down, they won't be able to trade it in. 9 times out of 10, the sleazy salesperson no longer works there, but the person is now in a worse situation they were before. So we want to fix all that with some of these courses that are coming up very, very soon, folks. Again, salespeople, I know you're tired of the rat race. You know, come in to work, your boss gonna say come in and make some sales, and I'm sure he'll have a sleazy, cheesy meeting for you to where he say, oh man, it's the holidays and let's take advantage of it, yada, yada, yada. But he or she never tell you that you should not be working 55, 60 hours. You should not even be in a place 40 hours giving up all your time that you can spend with your family and with your friends. Think of this, folks. A sale on a reasonable given day take what, an hour and a half. And if you sold 2 clients, 3 hours max, you should be out the door, right? It don't take 8 hours to do that. It don't even take 6 hours to do that, but you'll stay on that job 8 to 10, 12 hours and make, I don't know, 8 or 9 on a week if you're good. Most of them aren't making that, but let's just say you did. It still doesn't add up to the time that you're spending on this place. So businesses today, folks, have no clue on how to do business. Businesses today have no clue on how to treat their employees. And of course, we're talking about salespeople here, but that can spill over to regular employees as well, folks. There's a better way to do business, right? So we're also going to touch up on this right here. You as a salesperson need to be selling or advertising or pushing multiple products. And I've talked about this before in some other videos. Sometime you may see me in the mall and I'll give an illustration on all the different products that the mall building have. You know, if they leave one store, they don't want anything, they go to another one. You know, if they leave one store, go to one, they go to another one. Eventually they'll buy some with all the different products that are going on right here. So the choice is up to you folks. Hopefully you won't continue to let someone dictate how your life would go. Hopefully you won't continue to be under the control or rulership of a store that just keep you there for 8 to 10 hours. That's up to you. You can continue to do that and write lists, as they say, and call people who you know not going to answer the phone. So you can have control over your life, all right? So I just wanted to shoot you a short video and bring you over to the property right here that the construction is underway for sales classes, folks. Also for credit classes for many people who get declined. They try to buy a vehicle and you just don't know what to do with that person. You can make money from that as well versus kicking them out of the door and send them elsewhere, all right? And then the next person who gets them say, well, I'm sorry you got turned down all these different times. Let's try it again, knowing that it won't work. So that's what it is, folks. Also, those who are looking to spend more time, maybe you're looking for something different. Maybe you want to make money not reporting into that job. All the above, folks. So again, just wanted to bring you here shortly. Think on the idea of being able to control yourself. If you want to make that a resolution, that'll be a great one, folks. I know a lot of you are going to say, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to eat better. Well, how about gaining control over your life? How about doing more for your family? And I don't mean necessarily money, but having the time to do that. So, all right. Choice is yours. Leave me some comments. Leave me some questions also. All right.